Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back once again to Ara History Untold, and we continue onwards with our empire, as I like to call it at this point. It's some 5 cities that we have here right now. We are not quite there on bordering to China yet. China also did not really build any other city in this area. It's kind of like a dead zone, right? It's not like there's anything dangerous going on in here. It's just that this is completely useless land to either one of us, because settling here will of course have a very small radius for the city here to expand. So in this case, what we can do is, what I'm trying to do here is now I would like to conquer China at some point, because I don't think they're that strong, right? I can see 2 soldiers here. It's a battalion actually, just this one and this one here, with 19 and 16th on the firepower, and we have our whole army here with 81 on the firepower. And on top of that, we're actually advancing towards the Iron Age right now. So in this case, I think we're way superior to them. The question is just, how could we declare war? If I click on them and I would like to go for it, I can't, right? So we can do a skirmish one. This would just disrupt the plans of another nation though, so we cannot conquer any city with that as far as I know. We would need the war of expansion for this, so assimilate or raise the targeted city. In this case, for this, however, we need to be adjacent to the Chinese territory, something that we are not having right now. So let's just keep expanding for now and just see if we can actually come to the point, or we just have a government that is towards fascism, so we can just conquer someone else. No idea about that, if this would be historical correct though for America. Now in this case, what we are doing, what I'm really looking forward to is finishing that docks here, these docks, right, so that we have a harbor and we can finally use the ocean to our advantage. Now in Kentucky, that's where my main force is situated right now. We're going to fortify this right away. It's not because Kentucky is the primary city, of course, it's Washington after all, but it's central, right? So from here, with the roads, we can just get to Washington in one turn, right? So if there is any war breaking out or something like that. So this is kind of like my main hub for my cities. By the way, let's also manage the roads and also connect here Chicago with Kentucky. We have the materials, and let's connect Chicago with Los Angeles as well to also have a decent traveling capacity to these areas here. Now what we still have also is another city capacity. So who's actually up for it? Washington has still the docks for it ready. The farm here would be possible, and after that we could get a settler in 10 turns. Let's speed up the construction of the farm to 1 turn and then push the settler right away, because I would like to get over there at some point soon. Now we're crafting. Oh, we have a casus belli unlocked now. Really? Look at that. War of expansion, there it is. Why? Where are we bordering now? Here. China was not so smart and they actually expanded here, so we have a direct border now. Interesting. Alright. In that case, it would be possible now to attack them. The choices you make. Here we can now start with the crafting of leather. Let's actually do this endlessly. I don't need to particularly boost it, right? We have, well, we have pigs, we have fur, but we don't have the best production there anymore. I could boost it with my hogs, with my pigs, 500%, and in that case here, push it out. And then also we have the shoes. This is something we can use in the city again for a city production bonus and also for a health bonus on that. Let's go ahead and do this and use the leather that we craft with it right away to boost the shoes. And or the sandals. Let's go up to 10 of this. Alright, the scouts. Let's further move back to our core area. I just love watching cities. This one here is looking nice. I mean, doesn't really look realistic, right? It's like a star, that city, but at least you have this central space. Oh, and China has declared war on us in a skirmish. For real? Alright. So I guess they're attacking now. I could wait. I could wait here, let them come, and take them over again. We'll just see where they're doing their first attack now. Los Angeles can actually claim another area. Is it the goats or is it the zebras? I think think I'm going with the goats, but once again I would like to check what's going on here. This city of course has no logs and no material production, but it could be a very good food producing area for us. So that's the main target. Yeah, let's go for wealth. Let's go for the sea actually, because there's the fish as well. I think it's better. And Washington has finished its project. We're at the cap of land forces, so no can do in this area. We can however build ships now, since we have finished the docks over here. And I mean, we're at war, but I would still probably go and build one of these. Oh, the altar is also something. We can create a music masterpiece with that. 5 turns only. Let's build the ship first, right? And then queue in the altar. There you go. So that we also are able then to create one of these masterpieces. Border agreement. Yeah. Of course. Borders are closed now. Thanks for telling me. Okay, let's end the turn. We have advanced to the Iron Age. Super nice. Spices have been unlocked with that. We also get the strategy codex that can boost city security. We can also produce metal tools now that we're going to need for various wonders. And the barracks. To boost, hopefully. No, it's just for city security. It's not really building anything. In this era, the use of bronze gives way to smelted iron, leading to myriad innovations. In warfare, fortifications, city walls, and protected sieges with powerful siege engines become commonplace, and advancements in seafaring grant access to distant shores. Innovations in economic management lead to more complex opportunities for trade, and the widespread use of coinage helps spur new economies and improvements in consumer goods, improving everyday citizens' life. Quite a lot of new techs on top of that we can choose from now. Let's go for siege warfaring as starters, because we are in a war and it might help us. You currently have enough prestige to survive the transition to the next act. The next act begins when 4 players have advanced into the early Middle Ages. Alright, where are we by the way on the standing? Still number 1. Comfortably so. Are you for real? China settled over here. Idaho, it's I have to say this. China founded a city called Idaho in my territory. What is going on? I would have loved a Chengdu or Chongqing or something like that, but not Idaho, please. Come on. Alright. I'm still waiting on the army though, before I move my own. It's unprotected though, so let's actually split my army and take the swordsman towards that siege over there. And it can take an archer with it, please. Alright, so those 2 are going for Idaho now. And it seems like I don't need to get my settler out, honestly. Let's actually stop with the settler production. Because we're just going to conquer one of these. And Providence? What should we do with you? I don't need any more soldiers right now. I could go for... What are you missing? The strength definitely would be water. Also some good farming and hunting grounds especially. So butcher would work here. Houses we have. Blacksmith works because it produces metal. Or metal ingots. And we're going to need that. So let's build us the blacksmith here in Providence as well. Okay, my scout actually just gets to Washington to fortify that city for us. Yeah, we have also finished our first ship. I think we still need to deploy it now, right? There it is. And... oh, it cost me materials upkeep. Okay, that's fine. Actually quite expensive for such a small unit. And in Washington, I mean, we could go ahead and build more ships, right? Because they're still separated from the land units. We can go up to 5 ships at the moment. That would be fine. I would also love to work on my next wonder, right? So that is this one here, the Colossus of Rhodes. Probably gives me prestige. And it's actually something that we could finish on time, because the metal ingots we have now are in production, and the ceramic pots are also already being produced. That is entirely possible. Let's also build me a blacksmith here, by the way, in Washington, so that we have more production for this. There's still this tiny area there. Let's go for this. And we're actually also getting closer again to the... Oh! Shortage in Washington as well. So let's get another fishing net out up here for this fish deposit. That would be another 2 food then, that we can get out of that, so that we have a slight growth again, right? And let's actually push this one up, and then the blacksmith for Washington. Oh, by the way, we have another expert here. I could use it on my fields, right? Yep, that boosts the yield. I mean, it feels kind of like wasted using this on a food industry, so... Yeah, let's go ahead and use the export right now on my pigs. Even though, as I said, a bit wasted perhaps. Okay, my soldiers getting closer into Idaho. That we're going to conquer. And my main force, let's actually take my main force into Beijing. Let's have a look what's awaiting us there. For Kentucky, might be worth it just building another unit. So, the swordsman. Let's go with a blacksmith, right? We have the food here. I need more if I want to have a better soldier production up and running. Let's go with the blacksmith.
The rival nation's leader speaks of the stars signaling an ill omen, claiming that darkness awaits both of your peoples should the fighting continue as it has. They believe this could spell disaster for both your armies and entreat you to come together with them to survive the coming.
There hasn't been any fighting yet. Ready your armies. Make amends for now. Happiness is important. Let's keep people happy. Okay. Enemy detected. That's just some scout, who is hopefully not plundering my own territory. The siege has started here, or almost. And we are also about to enter Chinese territory on that side. I don't see any resistance for now. Hopefully we're not getting superly surprised here now. And yes, I just said superly. There's my Tyrene. Next turn. Siege. How long does it take? Can we see this? I cannot see this. At least not for now. And over here we have the siege of Beijing starting soon. There is actually some soldiers now. I think they might be on the way down here to Idaho. I've got another city cap. Yeah, I'm working on that already. And let's get the scout over there too. We can combine the scout. It's 3 attack power. It's better than nothing. And the Tyrene, well, the trireme, I would like to use on some proper exploration of the ocean now. There you go. Ooh, look at that. That's a pretty strong force that we have there now. So I'm actually going to retreat. New dwelling has been finished. Over here as well. So that's something. Food is fine. We have also finished this area. So, oh no, it's still in development. That's that. Totally, we could say that Los Angeles gets a trading port, right? It does cost me some upkeep of food, wood and materials, but we have plenty of that. And it would cost me then 5, or it would bring in actually 5 coin. So let's go ahead and get me a trade port, or trading camp.
Messenger arrives on behalf of Benito Juarez. It is time to put our people first in our courts and economy. As we institute ways to ensure our long-term prosperity, we invite your advisors to visit with ours so that both of our nations may work to emphasize the people who built them.
Alright, send your advisor. This is actually the best outcome. Definitely don't want to get into bad reputation there now with Mexico as well. Let's try and kill that scout there. Is he sieging something? No, I think he's trying to help out Idaho. Ah, okay. He's laying siege to Chicago. We, by the way, have overtaken Idaho now. And I can immediately now send my troops up there to Chicago. where we're clashing with them. A new city. Very good. So this is now my city captain, right? So we're at 6 out of 6. And I think this will still now... We could raise it. Or we could assimilate it. So in this case, let's assimilate it. And with that, we can resolve this capture here. It's being integrated now. This is going to take a turn as far as I can see. And then we can use it. Alright, that siege still goes on. Here we are now moving towards that scout. Once again, now we can kill the scout. Oh, that's more than a scout. That's 3 spearmen here that we're fighting now. And they have a combined power of 11. It's still going to be a victory, but only in 4 turns. I think that's the troops that were waiting in Beijing, right? Only in Beijing, they had the fortification bonus. And out here in the open, they're not that strong anymore. Because it's the same 3 units. Okay, Idaho belongs to us now. Small city, of course, it was just founded. And we could try and bolster it right away with my grain store. There you go. This is going to lead to a great income. Yeah, it saves me. It saves me 10 turns for another scout, another settler. That's just perfect, really. Nothing important is around the city, though, for now. So we could start with... it's actually really difficult for me to make a decision here. Because we don't know what we still find out there. So I could work on a bit of the city health. We have lots of money, so I could build a lot of stuff that actually boosts my research, for example, with the apothecary. Okay, why am I in this menu again? I didn't do anything. There you go. Siege Warfare Bowman. A new unit that we have. The catapults. And we also have the city wall improvement now. Oh, this is great. Let me quickly go for this. City wall. Can I just build this now? There it is. 18 turns. That's a long time. Let's go ahead and build it here. I'm also going to build it then right after this in Washington. To fortify those cities. There's reinforcements coming now, unfortunately, to Chicago. It's not looking good. Hospitality. I would always like to focus on production first. Coinage, that would lead to wealth, most likely. A mint. City prosperity. The cultural heritage, that gives me actually 25 prestige rating. Irrigation, flower fields. We unlock the flowers. The irrigation farms boosts my food output. Yeah, let's go for this. Here we continue. Another question. I cannot, by any chance, upgrade my units just like that, right? I think we actually need to build new ones. And by the way, what we could also do is we could assign one of my paragons to the army. That is my main army here. Okay, battle report. This one? Nah, still one more turn for them to fight. And Providence can actually expand once more. Ooh, there would be flowers over here. Let's go for this. To Phoenix. That is then the latest advancement that we have. And Los Angeles can also advance. And I think Los Angeles was missing a bit of food. Yeah, it's getting quite low there. We could also go for a bit of... Yeah, that would be wood now. Into Dengsu. I think I'm going for this area because this gives me the broadest bonuses that I see here. And Idaho can also claim. We would have sheeps here now. There's actually 2 times foxes here for the fur. But I would like to go for this most likely. Once again, it has all 4 resources. Lots of food, lots of wealth. And also it has the sheepies. Go for San Diego. And the roads have also been finished. Very good.
The scholars come to you for guidance. An ancient religious text was found that they believe holds important wisdom. However, the nation that found it will only share their findings if you acknowledge that their religion preceded your own. The evidence is in the text they say.
Okay, we don't have religion yet. So I think this is not that important to me. Acknowledge the timeline and gives me also 20 relationship with Spain, and the religion spread strength in all cities is increased by 5 turns, but also the happiness is reduced a bit. That is okay though, as the happiness is not my biggest concern right now. Why are you not attacking? They've been standing around there for quite some time now. How dare if I lose Chicago? Okay, there is the attack now. There's the battle now, and we're going to be defeated here in 7 turns. The question is, we have finished here. We have a victory, a decisive one, against those 4 spearmen. So I can use my units now and hopefully somehow get to Kentucky quickly. And Kentucky has a street then over there to Chicago, where we could get on time, hopefully, somehow. That would be my goal here. Land, by the way, we can get another land unit out. I still have deployed sources. Let's go for the swordman. So there's going to be some reinforcements. Can I deploy units in Chicago? No, enemies are present. Alright, that would be that would have been a very funny thing though. Chicago, well, actually being under siege, so it can still expand. So we have the cotton. There would be barley over there. What's looking for Chicago the worst? Wood. We could look for a bit of more wood sources. And yeah, let's move here. Lots of bonuses, close to the mountains. We also have a crafter that is idle right now. That's the blacksmith. Please continue producing now metal for me. And ooh, with 10 coin we could boost it, but that is 10 coin. Otherwise, it takes 18 turns to finish this. This is a long time. We do have... Ew, that is really a lot of money. But this would actually speed it up. Everything else would just be crazy. 18 turns for 1 metal bar. I'm not waiting that long. Let's use 10 coin. As expensive as it looks, I think we should be able to afford it. Research complete on the irrigation. So we have now the irrigation farm, and rice grain has been unlocked here with that as well. Coinage. Monument building. There's a monument building for this. So okay. +1 bonus prestige per turn if built in your city center. That sounds pretty cool. We get 1 prestige per turn. Could accumulate to quite a bit over time. Textiles, though, I think would be also nice. Let's go for coinage. I need money. I always need money. Kentucky, a new territory. Very much inclined to go with Sacramento here for the rice bonus. It also has lots of materials. Go for it. And wood is really not a problem in Kentucky. Chicago can go for a new project. Yeah, I really don't want to waste too much thought now into Chicago here. I know that we have the cotton fields over there, and we have the horses over here now that we're actually harvesting already. So a horse farm we've already built. Perfect. Then we would have the farm over here, right? There's also the irrigation farm that actually puts the output by 200%. It's a much better version of it. It, however, costs me 1 metal tool, but we have plenty of them. So let's go for the better version here. Deployment is still intact, right? Yes, still coming away. You're not very fast. 4 turns, there's a victory. Really? We can win this one. We don't even need reinforcements, it looks like it. And Spain would like to have a research agreement with us that would boost my research by +2 per turn, and it would boost my reputation with Spain. Let's accept. Holy cow, Spain is big. I would really like to conquer China and then border to Spain here. That would be an optimal outcome, I think, of my whole early game situation here. Yeah, it looks like victory. Where's my reinforcements now? I think they've already arrived. Nope. There's my reinforcements. I don't know why the symbol disappears. Let's get over there. There should be time for this. Okay. Next turn. New enemy detected. Still okay. Ah, my reinforcements are already here. Look at that. They're super fast about this. But even with all of that, it's already over for the Chinese in Chicago. We keep Chicago. We've taken Idaho. Very good. And yeah, I think we can actually go to the offense now here. To the offense. We have won. Let's have a look at the battle report there. We've lost not that much, actually. Haven't lost a single unit. It looked very dangerous before. Watch the battle. Not that it does give me a lot of information. I guess this is Chicago. And with that, we have decisively won this one. Really. Like, we've only lost 200 HP out of 700. And now my forces are combined. And I would like to move now into Chengdu. So let's start the siege of the city. Okay, Los Angeles, in the meantime, has claimed this province here now with lots of food. So we have finally food surplus in Los Angeles. Also a nice wealth boost, of course. Thanks to the trading post that has been finished now over here. Also sometimes zoom in, because I think the graphics are actually really good when you close in. And with that, well, research is something we really don't need anymore at this point, right? So we are really full on that. So no more apothecary, please. I'm actually going to go with a blacksmith here. The reason for this is we have lots of materials, but I need a lot of metal ingots now for my constructions. So that's something, right? Also, the apothecary is blocked. This one. Oh, there's a hostile scout. Okay, not a big deal. The trading post can produce trade goods for us. Let's do this. Even though it's going to take a lot of time if I'm not investing something myself. Timber 5 we could invest. Materials 5. 5 timber. We can spare this. And... oh, this is interesting, right? It has 3 different types of input. And all of them offer different bonuses. That's pretty cool. Let's just use the timber on this. Idaho, Gathering Hall, could build me a strategy codex. That's city security. I might also go for jewelry. The feast. Let's go for a feast for this one for now. And we can use 2 food to speed it up, right? We could also use a bit of wealth. Or we could use a bit of rice or grain to further bolster this. Let's use a bit of grain there as well to further speed up the production. Right, Chicago is still blocked by the fire. And the Kentucky blacksmith has been finished. That is producing now metal ingots for us. Let's just check it out. We could once again boost it with money. We don't have a lot of iron, unfortunately. So, I'm not boosting another 10 coin though. You know what? Let's do this. I need it for some pretty serious buildings. Okay, the scout will stay here. And all my other soldiers go for the siege. Let's end the turn. Turn 108. My units move into Chengdu. And probably then onto Beijing. No other unit is left behind right now, right? No, this is my full force here now. That we have. Okay, Providence. Food. Definitely. The city can't feed itself anymore soon. I think we just finished this one here, so there will be a farm now, right? We can build the farm here. This would give me flowers on top of food. At least that's my understanding of this now. And here it would only give me food. Here it would give me flowers and food again. That's not really nice. There we have the farm already. Upgrade. Very good. To the irrigated farm. Then it actually produces a bit more. So we can upgrade those buildings with a click. Very nice. Also, by the way, I think we have an expert now too. Let's assign him to the fishing. This turns more wealth and more food for the city. Both of these things I like. Okay. The next blacksmith is ready. Let's... We need a source of iron. We don't have one. Let's build, of course, produce metal ingots, but it's going to be very slow. We need to find ourselves a nice source of iron there somehow. Fabrics have been crafted. The scout should not be able to lay siege to a city, so I don't care about him. We're starting the siege now of Chengdu. Very good. And yeah, so far so good. We're in the middle of war now. Expansion war it is for us. So actually, we were attacked, so we are the victim here. But of course, the victim turns hunter, as we can see right now. And we definitely will also need to take Detroit. We can't have a Chinese city called Detroit over there. That's my next goal beside Beijing, of course, in Chengdu. And yeah, once this war is over, we should have this whole peninsula to our control and continue onwards then in Ara History Untold. I hope you enjoyed this one. Stay tuned.